Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wisdom Wednesday. Sometimes that is a little tongue twister for me and I have to actually think about what I'm saying. So today we are going to have a challenge. I hope you guys are up for the challenge and are ready to take on the next 7 days. What I am going to challenge you to do may seem a little crazy. It's even going to be a challenge for me because I'm just going to make sure, because nobody is actually on here and I seem to always have issues with Facebook Live. My daughter-in-law says, I don't know why you do. I don't know either. Okay, it is on there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to explain first to you why I am giving you this challenge. Okay, so a lot of times people will say, when I ask them, are you using the oils and what are you doing and all of this thing, they will say, well, I tried that and it didn't work, or I did that once or it didn't work. And so sometimes it's very difficult for us to get out of the mindset of the pharmaceutical and into the mindset of wellness and support. So good morning, Lee. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a 7-day challenge where we are going to get out of the mindset of pharmaceuticals and we are going to get into the mindset of wellness and supporting our systems, okay? And the way that we're going to do that is going to be simple but challenging, and I hope you're up for it. Now, sometimes there are there are three ways to use the oils, and of course we talk about them in our classes, we talk about them in our Facebook groups, we talk about them in our posts, okay? So the number one way to use, it doesn't mean it's more important, it just means the one that we go over, is to diffuse. Now, I am a diffuser girl, okay? One of the very first things that I do in the morning is I get the diffusers ready throughout the house. When I make my bed in the morning, I go ahead and get my diffusers ready for that night. Mainly because I don't like doing it at night. I'm tired and I just don't want to mess with the diffusers. But I also just like having it off of my mind. Then I go into my living room and I have 2 diffusers in there and I go ahead and I load those up and I get them going. And then I make sure that the other diffusers in the bathrooms and stuff are going. So I'm a diffuser girl. I love diffusing. I love knowing that everyone has the benefits of breathing them in. We homeschool, so I have a daughter still here, and then my son is in and out, and so I love knowing that the whole entire family is getting the benefits, hey Missy, of diffusing. Okay, so then you can use them topically, right? So this is the most common thing for things like back discomfort, hips, joints, whatever, where we're going to use Panaway, or we're going to use peppermint, or we may use lavender, or maybe we have insect bites. I got bit by a spider this weekend. Yeah, that's what happens when you go out into the woods and bike. So, then you're going to use that oil topically. Of course, we do this at night before we go to sleep. And then there's also ingesting the oils, and that tends to be the most argumentative way to use the oils, is ingesting them. But I do all of it. However, I probably diffuse more than anything else. I have a routine. I do have a routine. I'm a routine person, but throughout the day, I don't really do what I'm about to challenge us to do. So it's going to be a challenge for me too, but it's going to be something that I think will be interesting to see how our bodies work. So, Abby just crawled behind me. She looks really cute today. She should come actually say hi to everybody. Okay, there she did. What we're going to do is I have a challenge. I want you to pick either 1 to 3 oils that you are going to use consistently for a 7-day period. Okay, now it can be any oils that you want. If you only have the kit oils, choose 3 of them. You're going to use them consistently, and I'm going to tell you how in just a second. If you have more than that, great, use more than that. If you have oils that you have scanned for, that is really the most oomph that you're going to get and the most reaction or response that you're going to see from your body, because obviously the scanner knows things that we don't. But I would encourage you, look through your oils, pick 1 to 3, let just the Holy Spirit lead you to see what is my body needing support in, and then we're going to have this challenge. Okay, now I said I'm a diffuser girl. I also drink oils in my water all day long, like all day long. I love peppermint in my water because it's very refreshing. I love citrus fresh. I love any citrus except bergamot in my water. Don't like bergamot in my water. And I know there are those of you who do. More power to you, not me. So, but I love oils in my water. I will also cook with them, as you know, but topically, I typically use them in the morning. I put on my oils, and then at night I put on my oils. But this challenge is going to be consistently using them topically throughout the day. Okay, here we go. We're going to choose 3 oils. So I don't know if these are my oils. I'm just giving you an example. I picked up like a handful, like seriously, handful of bottles. I have bergamot because it's amazing, and it helps, just so you know, if you know someone who's just sad all the time or dealing with grief, bergamot is fantastic. That would be a fantastic choice for you. Frankincense, because frankly it was good enough for Jesus, so yeah, it's good enough for us. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that one. Citrus fresh, great for metabolism. Orange, very happy oil and cheap. RC, respiratory concerns, gonna be fantastic for this. Clarity, who needs a little clarity in their life? I think I might drown some members of my family in that. Peppermint, because it's peppermint and I love inhaling. And then we have Believe. So these are my oils that I just like grabbed off of my shelf and said I'll use these as examples. I will post in the comments which oils I actually say, okay, these are going to be the ones that I do. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to choose, again, 1 to 3 oils, and I want you to apply an oil every 2 hours throughout the day. Okay, so if you get up in the morning like I do very early, you're gonna start, hey Kristen, you're gonna start applying oils right then. Okay, if you get up later in the day, then you're gonna start applying oils right there. There's no like rhyme or reason to it. You don't have to apply by a certain time in the morning, but once you do, I want you to apply every 2 hours. So how do you keep up with that? Well, see, we all have these little handy dandy phones that are fantastic because they have this little timer or alarm system. Look at that cute little baby. I don't know if you can see him. Look at that. That's so cute. Anyway, there is, you know, little timer, alarm on there. If you are attached to your phone, if you are home and you have a timer, if you're at work and you have a timer, you can keep up with it, all right? 2 hours, that's why I'm asking. I want you to apply this wherever you can apply it, either on the back of your neck, over your heart, over your adrenal glands maybe for that support, on your belly, on the bottoms of your feet, wherever you want to apply it, every 2 hours for 7 days during the waking hours. Let me explain that. During waking hours, don't set your alarm at night, okay? Don't do it. So you're going to do it every 2 hours. What we're going to see is I've actually done this before, so I know what we're going to see. It's been a while, long while. In fact, I was doing it with Jay, and we pulled up at a Lowe's parking lot, And we were rubbing grapefruit on the back of our neck, and then we were inhaling 7 times, which is an added benefit. If you will go ahead after you rub your oil, if you will just go ahead, cup your hands and over your mouth and your nose and inhale deeply 7 times. We're doing that. And this guy gets out of his truck and he just kind of looks in the car. I'm sure he thought we were up to like all kinds of stuff. He just didn't realize we were like really happy. We were inhaling grapefruit. No negative thoughts, right? And sometimes you need that when you go into a store. So anyway, what you're going to start seeing is you're going to start seeing energy increase. It was kind of crazy, some of the things that I experienced. Like literally, I was just rubbing on the back of my neck and inhaling. I was not rubbing them anywhere that I had discomfort, and I was just using grapefruit. That's all I was doing. So it's not even like a discomfort oil. Well, I had some issues with my hip because we were really picking up pace and distance during that time and running. And at the end of the day, now keep in mind, I never touched my hip and I was only using grapefruit. Okay. So I'm sure Vonda Flu could get on here and tell me exactly why, but all I know is that by the end of the day, my hip wasn't hurting. Weird, crazy. So I want you to take notes, even if they're mental notes, and post them throughout the week, things that you've noticed. If you're up for the challenge, comment under here and tell us which oils you're going to start using for the week. So we're going to start tomorrow, Thursday, and we're going to go all the way through next Wednesday. And I think it's going to be great. The main reason is because I want you to see the power of the oils. And you can't see the power of the oils if you're not using the oils, okay? Consistency is key, and so that's what we're going to see over the next 7 days. Okay, so that is Wisdom Wednesday. We have a 7-day challenge, and then next Wednesday we're going to talk about what it does for our bodies to use them consistently, and why certain things affect areas that are strange. I may see if Vonda can come do Wisdom Wednesday with me. I know she works, so that might be a little crazy, but that would be awesome. So we will have to wait and see. All right, you guys have an awesome day, awesome Wednesday, and today's the last day of May, so we start the month of summer tomorrow. Here in Louisiana, it's already kind of felt like summer. So it's going to be great. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.